Hello there, I'm Aldrahill. Welcome back to Victoria 2. We are playing as the Kingdom of Spain. Our allies have been helping us out with the various rebels. There is some over there, which is not great. In fact, could you go take them out, please? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we are at peace. Fantastic. So I'm gonna have a year of peace. We're gonna try for a year of peace, and what that year of peace is gonna allow us to do is to go down infamy by 1. And then what we're going to do, and also just kind of recover a little bit of our economy, and then we are going to invade Venezuela. And the idea of getting Venezuela is to puppet them as quick as possible, because I want to try and form all those extra nations. Look at that, got some prestige bonuses. Another call ally from the UK against Persia. God damn it, man. Could you not? You know what? Let's just justify on goddamn Venezuela. Let's just do it. To be honest, I think we might be at the point now where we actually don't need to help them. Oh my god, they discovered us immediately. We don't really need to help the war because we've got our allies there, so they can actually just fight without us. So they can use that to just kind of expand as they like, which would be good. Really annoying they got just discovered immediately. But I think we're looking good. We're in a good place. We're increasing soldiers. We're increasing intellectuals. And I think we're starting to get some... Yep, we're getting a little bit of industrial score. We want to make sure the Kingdom of Sardinia does not jump ahead of us in this. Why are they red? It's because they're... Oh, it's because they're mobilized. Jesus. So we want to keep that in mind. Important thing to note is the majority of this is based on capital ships in the late game, so it's going to go up like crazy. But yeah, getting more factories is going to be a very good idea. Oy vey. So taking Portugal, for example, is a very good idea. Also, Morocco. Good idea. So I could actually humiliate them. I love it. So call allies. It will accept. Two sisters will not accept. Brazil accepts. Boom. And two solicitors refused. Thanks a lot, douchebag. Wanted. Search high, search low. We will go rich. Excellent. My goal here is that actually we don't need to do anything. So I can actually add Haiti directly to my sphere. So I'm going to do that now. I'll annex them later, but I just got a free sphere. So hopefully what should happen... is the UK and other people join in with me and beat up Morocco for me. And so I don't actually have to do anything. That would be ideal. If that happens or not, we'll see. Yes, we will see. So all I can really do right now is humiliate them, but it gets me some bonuses, so it's alright. We're gonna move our forces down to the south. Oh, get out of here with more goddamn rebels. Come on. What is this? This is crazy. That's way too many rebels. Get off my case, man. Don't know what that was, but... Oh, and here comes Brazil to help us out, so we could ignore Morocco entirely. When does my my CB expire? Make puppet, and it expires 25th of June, 1857. I don't know where these Jacobins are coming from. So as long as I declare war before then, that'll be fine. There's a lot of rebels kicking around here. Really not ideal. My hope is that these guys will be dealt with in due course. Let's go kill these guys. If we kill their armies, what's going to happen is that the Brazilians and our allies are already sieging the crap out of them, which is great. We should be fine. We got 24 here who can do some stuff. Let's... I can't build an army. Annoying. Nice, we just wiped out their army. Awesome. Okay. Let's head up. That's a peace offer from them. They will accept the humiliate. I'm not going to accept the war. I want to see if I can add anything. I could make them a puppet. I could add them to sphere. I could get reps. I could make them cut down to size. I could also demand a concession. Demanding a concession means I can take a full state. Because they exist in a colonial territory, which is kind of weird, but... So, not a lot of great things. However, there is precious goods in Fugue. And that is stupid nice. Having precious goods. A lot of grain, which is lame. Yeah, it's a lot of grain, but... I do kind of want the precious goods. So I could add Teza. Demand concession, Teza. The problem is I can't have the infamy. So yes, we'll just take the humiliate. Thank you. And then hopefully... you guys can maybe help us out a little bit. A bit too many rebels for my liking. God, there are a lot. But if we can just... if they have to get to the capital if they want to do anything, so... way too many Jacobins. What is going on? We'll turn the navy down. What's with all this cash loss? And why do I have overseas maintenance? I don't have any troops anywhere, do I? I do. Delete that. The hell are the rest of them? Ah, it's the Philippines dudes, isn't it? Listen, mate, I'm really sorry, but I literally can't afford you. Puddling process, nice. Okay, cool. Hot blast is really good as well because it does increase iron production like crazy. How much are we short on iron? We're actually fine for iron, so we don't need to think about that. High pressure steam engine increases a lot of different outputs as well as even just grain. Oh, you just followed. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here, my friend. Things like grain and stuff, I'm actually short on that, and that's a really vital good. So it's useful to try and work on that. I'm actually going to delete this little navy we got over here. That should save me a lot of budget. Oh, I'm losing so much money. So we're gonna keep pounding these guys to death. Hopefully these guys can survive on their own, but they should be building up at least a little bit of dig in. Really would be nice if I could get some stuff soon. Get some techs and stuff, but I'm just so far behind on my technologies right now. So we are now being attacked, but the thing is they are massively losing, so we're fine. Key now is just to be fighting all the small stacks. Your Spanish, how's it going? Doing good, man. We're surviving, we're doing okay. There's just a lot of rebels. Just a lot of rebels. And they're kind of messing me up. How'd you deal with your bullies in school? Asks Magic Mike. Well, I mean... oh, God, now the Cristianos... it's a lot of rebels. Well, that's actually an interesting question. Weird question for an video stream, but I was bullied a little bit in school. Not really that overwhelmingly. I did get, like, you know, kind of beat up a couple times. But to be honest, there are people who beat me up very mildly. And again, they kind of did that to everybody. The Indian Rebellion and Mughal Empire, I was happy to do. Want to take the Hawaii where the US gets it? Oh, because I'm stupid and Hawaii has already been taken by the US. I could try and get it anyway. Let's give it a go. Humans declaration of this. Oh shit, you're totally right. Thanks, man. 25th of June. You know what? I'm just gonna do it now, actually. And as long as they will accept. 1 second, man. Let me just click this. Accept. Good. Yeah. There we go. Sorry. Thank you so much. I almost ruined my game. I mean, the thing is having a solid group of friends who could help me. You know. I don't know, just kind of coping with it and understanding that if anyone hurts you or if anyone picks on you or hurts you or makes fun of you, understand first of all that it will go away because the reason they're doing it is due to immaturity, but also it's a them problem, not a you problem. Once you get older, it's not how things work. You know, you don't get hit and picked on that way. There is workplace bullying, but you can deal with it. And the dealing with it is understanding that you ultimately are the one who is in control. I think that lack of control, I think, is a big thing of people who suffer from bullying. Because you feel like you have no control over what happens to you. But I think you'll find, you know, you may not realize it, but you actually really do. But it has to come from you. You need to be the one who has control, if that makes sense. I'm not making a lot of sense, but what I'm trying to say is that people who bully you, it's them, and you can control it. You can fight back. You can physically defend yourself, and if you get hurt, unless they're like a crazy person, you want to stay away from them. But, you know, if you get hurt, it's like a fight. The worst that happens is you heal, you know? Worst that happens is you get hurt, and then you heal. That's not a big deal. But telling an authority figure, a parent, is vital. You have to tell them. You know, my girlfriend had to deal with people who, you know, they'd pick on you or they'd hurt you, and then, you know, if you told on them, then you get beat up again because you grasped on them, which is like a British term meaning, you know, you snitched. But it's when you gotta tell authority figures. I don't know. I'm not sure if today authority figures are very good at dealing with this, but you have to tell them. You start it somewhere. And an important thing to remember is that it's not your fault. If you've ever seen Good Will Hunting, that great scene, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I know it's such a cringy scene sometimes, but it's 100% true. And the older I get, the more I think, you know, that's absolutely right. It's not your fault. If someone does something, if someone inflicts harm onto you with undue cause, you know, you're being an asshole, it's one thing. Undue cause, that's them. It's them having a problem, not you. It's not your fault. Something is happening to you that is out of your control, and that control is the problem. If you got hit by a bus, you tell the police, you tell an ambulance, you tell your parents, you get help. It's the same. The bus of some asshole is hitting you, so you got to fight back through the proper passages, which means telling authority figures, telling parents, telling friends, this asshole is being an asshole to me. Can you help me? And dealing with it. You know? It's hard. Sometimes it's not just physical, you know, it's emotional, it's verbal, and that can be really tricky. Oh man, look at that. Venezuela's getting completely sieged down by my allies. That's good. It's tricky sometimes, it really is, but you have to just understand that it's something you can deal with, and it's actually quite easy to deal with once you make the first step. Anyone says, I only told my parents, but I don't want to stir up any trouble. I get the students who are bullying me excommunicated by the school. Absolutely screw that, man. No way, Jose. Their right to their happiness was forfeited when they infringed your right to your happiness. All right? You don't owe them dick. In the same way they give you nothing, they deserve nothing from you. When someone mistreats you in an unjust way, I'm not saying you retaliate against them, because you shouldn't. You shouldn't retaliate. What you should do is you should defend yourself using the means available to you. If you're in a fight, you should physically defend yourself to protect yourself. But if it's about bullying, it's about people mistreating you, you gotta defend yourself by telling the appropriate authority figures and dealing with it. And now to actually reading a game event, the end of the East India Company, the aftermath of the Subway Rebellion and the provisions of the Government Act of 1857, they nationalized the company and the crown took over its Indian possessions. Oh boy, I hope that means Britain falls apart. There's the Treaty of Vienna in Austria. Our armies in the Prussia went against Prussia and forced to agree to the Prussian demands. Prussia has now become massively powerful, though they did annex a nice big chunk of territory over here, which is interesting. And they have now become Austria-Hungary. And the North German Federation has formed. Oh, Europe's getting tricky. You know what's the best thing to do with bullying? Because a lot of, age of liberalism, first of all. So Napoleon and his army has been defeated. The fundamental ideas of the French Revolution have not been defeated. The Germany, the old crowns, the HRE have been brought to naught. Brought to naught? That's a weird sentence. And the feudal contracts of the old replaced by Napoleonic civil codes. Everywhere in Europe, in coffee houses and universities, the idea of liberalism, political reform, freedom of speech, and the right of peoples rather than of monarchs are proving again the old proverb, there is no stopping an idea whose time has come. Minorities long yoked under crowns and scepters are waking up the realization that fate is theirs to make. And across the far oceans, the riches of Africa and Asia beckon. As the dust settles in Waterloo, Europe stands again at the beginning of a new era. Bollocks. So a really great tactic of dealing with people who are mistreating you is something called stonewalling. And the idea of stonewalling, I'm going to put military spending down to 50% for now, 51%. Because I am getting absolutely goddamn digged. So stonewalling is essentially entering into a certain emotional state. When someone treats you horribly, when a narcissistic asshole abuses you, whether that be emotionally... Wait, what? Oh, did I win? Oh, it went. I didn't even get a peace treaty. What? I didn't even get a peace treaty. What is happening? What the f... I'm very confused. Okay, fine. That's good. I got it, I guess. So, when someone abuses you, there is a natural tendency among people, especially if you're a little bit more of an awkward person. You know, it's hard sometimes, especially in certain habits, right? Yeah, they give it. Your allies give it to Venezuela. Here you go. It's a tendency to try and explain it. There's a tendency to try and say, well, they must have some kind of reason. It must be my fault. When someone does something to you, you need to just completely go blank face. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And they insult you and they make fun of you. You just look at them. Look around you. Calm down. Take a deep breath. And it's hard to say that, but just take a breath and just honestly go, why would you do that? Why would you say that about me? And they'll justify it. Like, you know that's a horrible thing to say, right? Just don't show emotion. Just honestly just say it, because logically it's a terrible thing. Why would you say that to someone? I don't understand. What's the problem? Well, I don't like you. Why don't you like me? Okay, well, why don't we talk about that? Why would you say that? That sounds awful. I think you'll agree that if someone said that to you, that would be awful. People who are like that don't know how to deal with that. And seriously, it really does work. You just stonewall. You just frankly say, why would you do that? Not like, oh, why would you do that? But why would you do that? Be confused. Honestly, not understand why they're doing it. Because a logical person shouldn't be able to understand bullies. A bully is someone who is not acting logically. They're acting stupidly and irrationally and angrily and horribly. So why would you do that? Why? That's it. Eventually, you continue that line of thought, they'll break eventually. Either they'll break, or the people around you will also go, huh, why is he doing that? Yeah, exactly, Mary. Treat them like small children, because that's what they're acting like. I'll read an event. The springtime of nations. The relative quiet of the early 19th century was broken with a crashing revelry in 57 as liberal agitation erupted into open revolution across the continent. The monarchical ancient regime of Europe can only look on in horror and disgust as the hymns of the French Revolution could again be heard echoing from Europe's tumultuous streets, and students and youth gathered again under Republican tricolors, celebrating ideals, dreams, and wishes of a young generation, animated with a powerful message of human liberty in economic, cultural, social, and national affairs that was European liberalism. Bollocks. I don't want that. Please stop rebelling. Please leave me alone. I do not wish. I do not want this. So now what I need to do is I need to wait until my infamy has died down. Every year it will go down by 1.2. So it's going to be about 3 years, because I need to wait until I can justify puppetry over Ecuador. I do want to make sure that they don't get grabbed by someone else, but at the moment it's looking like we're fine. So we need to just wait. When's a truce with them? Shit. Oh, it's cool, July. So as soon as the infamy has died down a bit, we will justify a puppetry on them, and that's going to allow us to form our second nation. And with that, essentially all of South America is ours, because we're fine. Because we can deal with whatever comes our way. Because we have two massive nations, which is brilliant. Navy, army. I really need to get some army techs, but I'm really running low on money. I need the money. Please give me money. Let's get administrative efficiency, which can increase tax efficiency as well. A couple of bonuses, things there that can really help out with tax efficiency, which I think is going to be really, really vital. It's like super important to try and deal with that. Oh my god, there's so many rebels here, please. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Let's all go here and try and deal with these bad boys. Oh my Christ, again! More rebels! Leave me alone. Ow, 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 ow. Stop it, please. Why is this happening again and again? Oh, it's because I have crazy militancy. Okay, yeah, this is my bad. I need to change my political party. Yeah, I need to change my political party to one that allows conservatives, and then I need to put some repeals. Let's go to conservatives. Oh, it means I can only go interventionism. I'm not going. No, liberalism. Let's take capitalism. That's fine. Let's do that. And then we need to wait until the next year, and that will allow the ideologies to shift to conservative. And 10% for every militancy, 10% of population will of the conservatives will agree to a reform. So it means I can deal with the ridiculous militancy in my country. And that'll be it this episode. Do be sure to leave me a like and a comment on this video. Let me know you think this series so far. I was Aldrahill, continue to be. This is Victoria 2. Bye bye.